So we're here with Jan, the marketing director of Prefix in the Minotaur, which started life as a Ram 1500, but now has been highly modified with a 392 Hemi V8 and a host of suspension upgrades. It's got, what, 14 inches of travel?
The suspension is the star of the show. There's no question about it. It's got 3-inch Fox shocks, coilovers in the front, piggyback reservoir, so you're keeping that fluid cool, but the 14 inches of travel, and it is just...
And we can send a 30-foot jump with no problem.
Too much fun.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
The thing that makes it really cool is that if we're on the highway with it and you're traveling at 65, 75 miles an hour,
yeah,
it's smooth and it's quiet and it's comfortable and it works, and it's, you know, it's not like you're driving a big lifted truck. The DNA behind this truck is a Baja Desert Championship race truck. And so those trucks are built for high-speed stability and being able to handle whatever comes their way. And it just happens to mean it's really great on the highway, even though it's way more fun to do what we just did.
So this takes a Ram 1500 Sport, which is 36 grand, give or take, and then the sticker on these is about 75,000.
Well, yeah, the Minotaur package adds $21,995.
Okay.
So depending on what you start out
all
with,
right.
If a guy started out with an Express with cloth interior, he could actually get into a Minotaur for under 60. Some dealers will order the truck right from Ram, which is just down the street from us. And then the truck gets drop shipped here, so we can do the upgrade, and then it gets shipped out to the dealer as a new truck with a addendum window sticker that shows the upgrades. Or some dealers will say, well, no, I don't want to wait. I want, there's a silver truck on our lot, which is perfect. We'll send that in. Some of them send it right here.
Wow.
And then do it. Now, one of the things we did start doing, because we, we're setting up new dealers every week around the country, being very selective in who gets to sell it. So there are a lot of customers that have contacted us through like Ram forums and stuff. Said, can I get mine done? So we are allowing guys that have a 2013, 14, 15, or 16, not too old, but 13 through 16 will fit all the components that we add.
That's awesome.
So yeah, guys are pretty fired up.
And does the $22,000 package include the bigger engine?
No.
Okay.
No. The upgrades that are available are the side Viper exhaust.
Yep.
That's
pretty
really
awesome.
Want that. Yeah. And then you can also do the 6.4 liter Hemi, which is
must have.
Is nuts. Yeah. I mean, I think the 5.7's got a lot of guts to it. I really do. And then you drive that 6.4 and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. And then the other big option is custom color, because the same facility here where we're at here is where we build and where we paint all the Vipers for Dodge in production. And one of the things that they offer is the concierge program, which we do here, where a guy can say, hey, I love the color of this shirt, and I want my Viper to be that, and we'll match it. And we figured, geez, we can do that with the truck, why not? And lo and behold, we've got guys that are coming up with some very interesting colors that they want.
How many of these do you intend to sell? Do you have any goals, or?
Yeah, we honestly, the idea is we went into this project, we knew that it'd be very easy for us to probably build 200 to 300 of them this year.
Okay.
And the challenge is letting people know what it is and that it's available. A lot of people see it and they think it's a one-off custom truck, and to think that you could actually walk into a dealership
and buy one
now and buy one and go do what we did today is it's just new to some people. So
absolutely.
So that's the challenge, but we've had such a good response, such a great reception to what the truck is all about and what it's meant to be, and it's surprised us, honestly.
I wonder if it'll inspire Dodge to do something, because I was kind of surprised when the Rebel came out. It looks really, really cool, but it was almost more of an appearance package than anything. It wasn't a true competitor to the Ford Raptor in any way, especially with the new Raptor coming out soon.
Yeah. Well, and the Rebel's it's a nice truck. It's really a nice truck. And I guess you'd have to look at what their demographic and studies.
Sure.
And maybe that big aggressive truck wasn't in the cards, but the cool thing about if Ram did decide to do something, it's like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And we currently work with FCA very closely.
Cool.
The work we do with the Vipers, it does seem like it could be a natural
Absolutely.
fit. But time will tell.
All right, so I'm going to take it for a drive, see what it's like. It's exciting. Well, this is far and away the largest vehicle we've ever reviewed on Vehicle Virgins. Let's see what she's got. That's actually pretty quick for a vehicle that's this big. Now, you definitely feel extremely high off the ground, but it actually isn't all that intimidating to drive. You can see over the hood nicely. You've got incredible frontal visibility, good rear visibility, and almost no blind spots on the sides as well. Massive mirrors, so you make sure you don't run over whatever's next to you. I guess if you change lanes, the only good thing is you couldn't really be in a safer vehicle to crash into something else. Brakes stop the car well. You get a little nosedive. The suspension is pretty loose, so that it does perform well and doesn't kill your back when you send it off a jump like that. But for just normal bumps, and if you don't have to slam on the brakes, pretty good. Do a lane change. Actually, not all that much body roll. The interior is, of course, very, very much the same as stock. You've got a few little cues that this is a Minotaur. Of course, you've got the Minotaur badging. You've still got the same Ram logo here. It's nice having a truck like this with a backup camera and parking sensors. Really easy to see where you're going. Turning radius is awesome, actually. Pretty isolated from the road, but you do hear a good amount of intrusion with that 6.4 liter V8. Now, normally these cars come with the 5.7, a little bit quieter, of course, but you don't really need 480 horsepower. But you also don't really need 14 inches of suspension in a car that you can launch off jumps, so you might as well go all the way. And Prefix paints all of the Dodge Viper, so you've got over 8,000 or 8,000 color options that you can choose from when you get a new Viper. And so they were thinking, what could they do to spice up the Minotaur? And one of those was having the side exhaust from a Viper. So they custom fab a new stainless steel pipe, and it goes out the side and looks exactly like the Dodge Viper does. And on this car, you've got a tequila lime one-off paint job. Something like this from a private facility that does paint could cost $23,000 for a paint job like this. Pretty awesome. Well, if you're looking for a very good looking truck that is incredibly off-road capable, that's inspired from Baja racing, that really can jump sand dunes and not bend or snap the frame, which a lot of people with the current gen SVT Raptors are having trouble if they don't do some aftermarket modifications. You take it off too big of a jump and the car breaks. This is I don't want to say infinitely bulletproof, but they've done some crazy tests on this vehicle, and it was able to withstand an incredible amount of impacts. We're here inside the Prefix facility, which actually used to be a Kmart building, believe it or not. This was a stock Ram 1500. They've taken apart all of the suspension, and then over here, they've got all of the suspension fitted. And that is that 14 inches of travel, Fox racing shocks, and doing some welding. But that is what goes into making a car be able to be jumped 20 times, or sorry, 1,500 times in the life of the vehicle without braking. So what was just completed on this truck?
You were finalizing the side exhaust.
Gotcha.
For this truck. This one's actually going to be, with the 20-inch wheels, a highly optioned vehicle with a sport package, HID headlights, and whatnot.
Gotcha. And these are 35-inch tires?
They are.
Nice. New fenders, front fascia. And in order to have a perfect fit and finish, they designed a new front end that fits perfectly with the 3/4 panels. Just a lot of attention to detail in these trucks. And even things like the paint, in order to paint match, they actually blend it because they weren't able to get close enough of a paint match because the paint is done at such a higher degree of professionalism here than it is in the factory on something like a 1500. Nice to see the bed all open. This is the Medusa, or one of the Medusas, which is a 5th gen Viper where the top is completely cut off because they decided not to make a convertible version of the Viper. And then over here, we've got a Targa, like the Z06. This is awesome. So this is a Targa top. Tell me about what you did.
So earlier you saw the Targa and the way it was being constructed. Here what we have is the actual Targa roof itself. We use the exterior skin from the car as a donor, and what we do is we inlay an exposed carbon weave panel. So here it's completely exposed, all cleared. This will be the final finish of the inside of the car.
Wow, that is beautiful. This place is crazy. So you walk around the corner and all of a sudden there are 1, 2, 3 Viper ACRs wrapped up, ready to go. This has to be my favorite part of the entire car, like on the GT3 RS. Louvered front fenders. And these wings, look at that. So here you can see the different stages that go into the paint process. So this is just primed. Now this is painted, but doesn't have the clear coat. This guy's got the clear coat on it, as well as a clear bra. And I didn't realize how big of a deal the clear coat is in terms of making the color pop. Look at that versus how flat this is. Got temperature sensors on it. Obviously these are all hand done, so it's very important to match the quality in each of the paint jobs. Well, I hope you enjoyed getting a tour of Prefix's facility, getting to ride and drive one of the most special and most rare vehicles we've tested on Vehicle Virgins. I certainly had an absolute blast. So check these guys out. The crazy part is you really can buy one from a dealership, and I really hope these sell well because they deserve to. Like always, please browse our channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.